You're watching Morning at NTV.
Good morning. Welcome back to Morning at NTV. My name is Malaki Vilodera. Now today we'll be shifting our focus to the issue of security in the country. And so in studios I'm joined by Mr. Moses Kisabante, who is the Rubaga North Member of Parliament. I'll also be joined online by the police spokesperson, Mr. Emilian Kaima, to get his views with this particular development and the state of security in the country. Do you remember the new hit list that was released by police the other week? Yes, that will be our focus today. Good morning, sir.
Good morning and welcome, dear viewers. I would say very delighted. This looks to be my first time being direct in the NTV studios.
You're welcome.
I'm very grateful.
You're most welcome.
Thank you.
Now, I will start by quoting your statement, and this was actually published last week in the dailies. And what you said is, the prevailing insecurity is just escalating. I'm only now more worried of the government than the people who threaten to kill me and other Ugandans. Even after government installs CCTV cameras, how comes people can beat security and deliver threatening letters by hand? Is this your experience?
Yes, it is. And I would say I'm getting actually more worried. Not worried of the hit list itself per se, but worried of the actions of government, actually the inaction of our security agencies as far as this is concerned. Just yesterday, I read some press reports that security had arrested somebody they suspect to having dropped a letter by hand to my house. First of all, I'm grateful that somebody could be online and a security officer. This could be my first time interacting with the police since the incident took place last week. They have not summoned me. They have not taken any statements from me. They have not visited me. They have not visited, because my home could be now the scene of crime if dropping this hit list is a criminal, is an offense. So when I read yesterday that they had arrested somebody they suspect, I think my maid, who is of very sound mind, would be the first one to identify whoever brought by hand this hit list to my place. They have not come for her. They have not summoned her.
Did she identify them?
No one has asked her to do. So we only...
But she saw them?
I mean, somebody who brought the letter was a woman, was a lady. The one who was arrested yesterday, as per the press reports yesterday, is a man. So we are wondering at home, who could I have identified this one? The one who brought this letter, according to my maid, who I trust is a lady of sound mind, was a woman. Now the person who was arrested yesterday or the other day, as per reports, is a man.
Right.
Now, first of all, who could have identified that woman? It is only my maid who saw the person who brought the letter to my place. And the letter was delivered by hand. Police has not come to have her help it identify the suspect. But they have arrested and somebody is in custody for that.
And did you go to register the issues at the police station?
I did, this is how the letter was brought to my place. I was actually still in my bedroom around 7:30. That is Tuesday last week.
In the morning?
Yes, I was woken up by my maid saying that somebody from police in Ateta has brought, and that's how the lady claimed, identified herself to her. She had brought a letter actually summoning me to police. It was until 9 when I read the letter, and it was a list of dead. That's how it was titled. Immediately I could to rush to police station at it, and actually I was like, what kind of letter is this one summoning me? They said they didn't have any information. So they were like, they are going to be investigating. Since then, I mean, they never took any statements from me. I've not been called to police to answer. I just wondered the other day when somebody was claiming that somebody had been arrested for bringing this letter to my place. One, no one could identify that person apart from my maid. She was alone in the compound when the letter was brought. Now they have somebody in custody that they're suspecting that somebody for having brought the letter. I think so far that is what worries me. What the security apparatus the security agencies are doing in Uganda is only propagating and making PR for only themselves. So I'm not worried of the hit list. I'm worried of the inaction, the reaction of security.
On the part of police.
Yes, as far as this is concerned.
When
it actually means they are not doing anything.
Right.
They're only propagating.
When this particular report was actually released, and this is so, of course, in the papers, and you were actually, you know, highlighted in the papers, what the police came out strongly to say is that in case we have members of parliament, them that have been threatened and they feel like their lives are for real under danger, they're supposed to come to police, you know, highlight their views so that we are able to even, you know, provide for them extra security. So have you done so?
First of all, it is not me to make an assessment of whether my life is in extra danger. It has to be police itself. It has to be security. When somebody can come, amidst the security, I mean the CCTV camera system that has been installed, somebody could come, deliver a letter, a threatening letter, threatening people's lives. About 16 Ugandans are on this list. And the police, so far, is actually saying that it is an offense because it is arresting some people for having brought it. So I think it is a security threat by the analysis of police itself.
Actually,
so we don't
yes.
need actually to say that it is individuals to go and claim for, I mean,
for security.
Government in general, but police in particular, must make an assessment. What does this mean? They have killed the people before, after such list. So if it needs me to make an assessment, I'm not a security expert. How do I know that I'm going to be killed the other day?
And actually,
did Chirumira know?
Yes.
Did the other people know? I think the assessment, the experts of security could be the police and other security agencies themselves.
Okay, I'm joined by police spokesperson, Mr. Emilian Kaima, on phone right now. Good morning, sir.
Hello.
Good morning, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you, madam?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you so much for heeding to a morning call. Now, the conversation today in studios is about the hit list. Of course, and this was actually published in the papers last week. And in studios, I'm joined by Mr. Moses Kasibante, the Rubaga North Member of Parliament. And so we're sampling his case. And what he's saying is that even just a few days ago, another letter was delivered to his home. So how far has police gone with regards to looking into this particular matter?
First of all, we proceed by appreciating the fact that sending such letters sends the shivers down the spine of those poor children. And of course, the others who are concerned about their safety. We encourage all them to touch base with the police, area police. To those that have received the letters, we need the presidency or taking what we was arrested to one that a goal to someone.
Okay, Mr. Kaima, if you can hear me, apologies, we seem to be losing your sound. The technical team is working on it. We'll be getting back to you in a few minutes. Back in studios, Honorable, and I will quote what the police directive actually said. And they say that royalty and elected officials should write to the Inspector General of Police for improved personal security if they feel unsafe. Have you done that?
I mean, we are not supposed to write. Police has an obligation to provide security to every Ugandan.
But have you done that? Have you
No,
written
we don't
a letter?
need, we don't have actually extra danger. What is prevailing in the country is some scourge of insecurity. So you don't need to write letters to tell the police that there is insecurity in the country.
Do you need more security for yourself?
I think Uganda needs more security, not me in particular. You see, the problem we are doing, we are about 500 MPs. For example, if one took like 10 security officers, 10 police personnel, what would the rest of the country have? So we don't need, we cannot claim to be in extra danger. What is prevailing in the country today is some scourge of insecurity, and every Ugandan needs security now. So it is upon police to tell us how it is going to provide that. We don't need to write extra letters. I'm MP, but I'm Ugandan. if I took like I am seeing some colleagues at Parliament with over 20 police personnel. If we all had that, what would the rest of the country have? So
Actually,
that could actually be creating insecurity to the rest of the Ugandans. What we need is not to claim that we are in extra danger, is only to tell government, and I think it should be aware that the country has landed in some scourge of insecurity.
Okay.
It needs actually to strengthen that to all Ugandans, irrespective of the status.
Okay.
There are those who have been killed before they are put on any hit list. How could them, know that they are going to be killed?
Okay, let's
There are
link
those
back.
that have been killed. I think it's okay.
All right, let's link back to Mr. Emilian Kaima. Good morning, sir, if you can hear me now. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, madam.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Unfortunately, I'm on the highway, so...
All right. Okay, Okay, we won't keep you for long. I mentioned earlier that I'm actually joined by the Rubaga North Member of Parliament, Mr. Moses Kasivante. And of course, he was in the new hit list that you, the police, actually, presented out there. And so what he's saying is that even a few days ago, he received yet another letter. A woman, according to his, house manager says, a woman came to his house and delivered yet another letter. And so he also reported the same to police. So the question is, why is it taking so long for police to bring to book these people, and yet they seem to be very confident delivering these letters in the day?
Well, it takes all of us to be vigilant and watch this space. Those who come to deliver letters to us, we need to be a little more vigilant, and if we suspect such letters, then we apprehend them. One of them was apprehended the course of last week. Is helping us to find out who sent in. And of course, the motive is to send the fear across the country, more especially in down here. We want to ask those who receive these letters to have the record with the local police and not to sound alarmist in whichever way it is, because that's the case. When you sound alarmist or sound so afraid about this, then you play in the trap of the criminal.
Mr.
It's our joint duty.
Yes, Mr. Kaima, what Mr. Kisavante is actually saying, is that what the people, actually the person that the police arrested a few days ago is a man. And according to him, the person who delivered that particular letter to his home was a woman. So does it bring questions to your investigation, sir?
It's an investigation. An investigation is not conclusive from the beginning. One, he was arrested with the letter. Maybe he was delivering this letter to someone else. If Mr. Kaspan can help us identify that person, if we ever arrest it, then that would be okay. It cannot be magical. It's a process and a joint effort by all of us, those who have been present and those who have not been present. But we can assure you, we will prevail over this. We will do that. That we can assure you.
Mr. Kasibante has a... Sir, Mr. Kasibante has a direct question for you. You can go ahead.
Yes, I'm wondering, because you cannot say that if you want, if police wanted my help, by this time it could have come my place, my home. It is me who physically went to Natete police station and reported this case. It is now a week, police has not come to actually visit my... And I believe it is a scene of crime now that somebody physically came and delivered this letter. So what kind of help does police want from me? If I could come, report, and you don't react for now a week.
Well, of course, maybe I didn't get everything, but if I had you right, honorable, that you went to Natete police station and you went an interview with the media and I already attested. So they told me they guided, because the office in the room with us, with the jurisdiction of all Kampala, that you record a statement with the police, the area police in a room with you, which I think is right. But in our officers, nonetheless, have a duty to brief you. I hope they did. If they didn't, then they will. They should. But don't be your duty honorable. Not sit back and condemn the police because they are not coming to you. Yes, you can still go to them in your area of jurisdiction and have this on record for all of us to act together and put our house in order. Uganda belongs to all of us. You and all of us will play this duty of protecting you. You equally do the same. Make sure that you safe and secure, and we play the role complementing what everybody does in this country, I guess.
What could be the role of the CCTV camera system now? Because my place is just hardly 2 kilometers away from Natete, which is the center. So if police cannot identify, cannot have us footages of who could be behind this, and they come during the day, the letter was delivered at about 8 a.m. in the morning. So what could be the use of the CCTV camera if it needs me to move up and down, tell you this, tell you what? What is the use of it?
Mr. Kaima, kindly answer that.
Yes, I can answer that easily. We don't need to sound simplistic and sarcastic and sometimes political. CCTV enhances our operation. It does not take away the traditional methods of police. Now, if CCTV, something that was installed in Kampala, does it stop the honorable from going to his local police station, record a statement in the case is not comfortable or it is intimidated by such letters that come in?
Mr. Kaima.
All these
Yes.
will give us a sum total of the aggregate kind of work that we do to apprehend criminals and bring them to court. So we work together, not fight against one another.
Mr. Kaima, what the Honorable is actually saying is that he actually recorded a statement.
No.
At the police station when it happened.
Natete police station.
Yes.
They never asked me for any statements. I only took the list. I left the police with this, the copy of this list. They promised to call me back. Before they could call me, as I was actually getting out of the police station, they sent somebody to tell me that I'm under the jurisdiction of Old Kampala, and they have forwarded the matter to Old Kampala police. That is going to act.
Did you follow it up?
I mean, what kind of following up? I went to police physically. I left the police with a copy. They told me they are going to, I'm a member of parliament. They know where I reside. No one has called me. This is the first interaction I'm having with the police officer since then. I'm wondering which kind of help.
Mr. Kaima, it seems like there's some laxity with some police officers, even in spite of you as management of police trying to make sure that they actually step up their game. What do you have to say with regards to this?
You see, Madam,
Yes.
the Honorable Natete has to say, true. He was guided. Natete falls under police career. He resides in the Lunguja. And there's the police station in the Lunguja. And the Lunguja falls under Old Kampala in terms of operation jurisdiction. Now, he has not gone to any of them. What they should, organize they should even go in. But you can equally move the police. What stops him from going to the police? Because in the order, so you can't go to the police really?
No, but let me clear this.
Yes.
I never went to police to complain. The essence of me going to police was to report. I mean, to have police aware of this.
The letter.
Of this letter. It contains other 15 people. Religious leaders, cultural leaders, MPs, other politicians. So mine was just, I thought I was duty bound to help police know what is happening. I am not complaining. This insecurity we have all seen, we have all been here. Police has not handled it the way it would handle. I think I had some information that the people who could be behind these letters, some of them someone has come physically to my place. If you have CCTV camera, if you can begin from there, you can do. I'm not complaining. I'm not worried of this hit list, and I don't have any complaint with it. My worry is the inaction of police. Mr.
Kaima, what do you have to say with regards to that? Have you even checked the CCTV footage of the cameras that are within the vicinity of where Mr. Honorable actually resides?
We are doing a lot of things in that direction, and we can guarantee sooner than later. We have apprehended most of them, if not all of them, and reported that we are going through many challenges like this. What we need is a common voice of concern condemning these acts. Do not condemn the institutions that are there to provide security, because by doing that, unknowingly, you arm the criminal and the copycat around you. Well, sometimes we think that politicians want to do this, but we will put a space still and understand you. We ask you, therefore, all of us in this country, to condemn this criminal act, because it's not built who do it among all of us. They don't promote justice. They don't bring about peace. So we should condemn them and ask all of us in the security sector to hunt them down and compensate them accordingly. And we can come who will.
So do we have confidence that police is on top of this one?
Challenges keep coming, but the determination to hunt them down, they will talk, and we work closely with everyone in the security sector, and we can guarantee we will put a stop to this sooner than later.
Okay, thank you so much, police spokesperson, Mr. Emilian Kaima, for making time and for your views. Thank you so much, sir. All right. So back in studios, you now have the assurance police is on top of its game, doing its part, but what they're saying as you come to a close is that you need to work hand in hand with them.
Let me tell you, and this is my suspicion.
Yes.
Police and other security agencies are part of the insecurity that is prevailing in the country. I don't have to elaborate on that. Police, the army, and other security agencies are part of the insecurity. Until when they do what they are supposed to be doing, we are under danger. So, and that's what I'm saying. I am not going to come out as an individual to ask you for extra security. I've seen people moving with fleets of cars carrying security personnel, but they move faster than some of us without any security personnel. So even in Uganda, having security personnel becomes part of the insecurity, because they are actually, as I've said, part of the insecurity prevailing.
Okay, Honorable.
So far what police is doing is propaganda, PR.
Honorable.
There is nothing on the ground.
Honorable.
There is no way you could arrest somebody you suspect of moving around with letters, and you don't come for somebody who has claimed that has received a letter from somebody physically.
Okay, Honorable.
My maid would be one of the people to identify whoever is being arrested today, because she claims and actually she saw.
Okay.
And the letter was delivered to me.
Okay, Honorable, before I release you, and I need a yes or a no on this particular answer before we come to a close. Now that you have all this information, now that you're actually, your house help was, you know, is actually part of all this because she actually received that letter directly from this lady who delivered it to your home. What the police is saying, are you willing to work with them to fight this vice? A yes or a no?
It is only police that is not willing to work.
A yes or a no, sir?
And I have already done it.
A yes or a no?
Yes.
Okay, so you're willing.
But I cannot promise to move up and down in search of this. Mine is not a complaint. I could be treated like a whistleblower. I mean, I had a hit list. I gave a copy to police. To me, that's all. Until when they invite me, I cannot say I'm searching for this and that.
All right, thank you so much for making time. We hope that you're safe, and we hope that every Ugandan will be safe. Of course, you've now gotten the assurance of the police that they're on top of
There
this.
is an assurance on the part of the police. It is part of the security. That is
Okay.
PR. It is not acting on any of this.
All right, thank you so much, Honorable, for coming in studios.
You're most welcome.
That has been the conversation. We truly honor your views. So keep your views coming. The hashtag is Morning at NTV. That's on Twitter. You can also stream us live and drop in your comments. NTV Uganda. That's on Facebook and YouTube pages. Morning at NTV still continues. Keep it here.